Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. If you're new to Dragon Child, my name is Angelina, and I help you heal your inner child, honor your ego, and listen to your body and come home to yourself. So it's been a while since I have actually made one of these teaching videos. I want to apologize for that, but I have been processing a new framework that's been coming to me in downloads, and I've been making short videos of that, and you can find that in my on my YouTube channel under playlist. Give me a second. Dragon Child Framework. So this will be the first teaching that actually kind of integrates that. It's going to take me a while to figure out how to integrate that with the what I have going on right now without changing things too much. At least for this first round of chakra work. Getting into the next round will integrate even more. So before we really get going here, I want to take a moment to call in our dragon guides to go before us, forging our way, making the way easier and safer. Angels to our sides, holding our hands and holding space with such grace. And ancestors at our backs, bringing their wisdom and protection through hindsight and lived lives. And then I want to call in the collective guides as well. Thank you so much for joining us and making this a sacred container. So to recap our solar plexus journey, we started with ego balancing, and this is really where I wanted to start everything all over again with this particular module on the solar plexus, was because of the ego. And the ego is so much more than what we first believe, but I'll get into that in a little bit. We went from ego balancing to the inner critic, knowing the difference between our inner wisdom and our inner critic. And then we did a meditation. But here's what we're learning. Like I said, the ego isn't just something to balance and set aside. The ego, just as the inner child, has needs as well, real needs. And those needs deserve to be expressed as well. The ego is a part of our soul. It is as the inner child is a part of our eternal soul, so is the ego, and they are in a yin-yang relationship. And we have been living from the ego overtaking and overshadowing the inner child because there was no one else to protect the inner child. For many of us that have been through trauma, been through abuse, there was no one there to protect the inner child, so the ego stepped up. Today we're going to anchor in both the inner child and the ego so that they both get what they need through your actions. So as I said, the inner child is our yin and yang. They contain a seed of each other. The inner child contains a seed of the ego's strength, and the ego contains a seed of the inner child's innocence. The ego has been the only one showing up for years, and this makes the ego angry. As you can imagine, if you were left holding the bag, how would you feel? If you have been carrying stuff for a part of you your whole life. Let's make an example of a teenager who has been babysitting, and the parents don't come home. The teenager can either show up for this child and take responsibility for this child, or go their separate ways. Both of this is kind of what the ego does. It can come in and overprotect or not protect enough. And the ego needs structure, just as we need structure. It's been protecting, performing, and working overtime with no guidance, no tools, nothing to help it, and no recognition for the work that it has done. And in the old framework, we have been using sayings like, "Thank you, I've got this now, you can rest." Others use words like silencing the ego, ego death, transcend the ego. All of this does not honor that part of us that's done the protecting, not just this lifetime, but across many lifetimes. And that is dismissal and abandonment. That is not integration. The ego is angry and rightfully so. It's been treated like a mechanism, a default switch, instinct alone. And it is so much more than that. The ego is the part of us that had to grow up too fast in order to protect the inner child. And it has done this not just this lifetime, but across many lifetimes here on earth. The ego is the divine masculine, and the inner child is the divine feminine. The divine masculine has been trying its best to protect the divine feminine. When you take actions from an integrated power, both the inner child and the ego get what they need. Here's some examples of what I mean. The inner child needs safety to choose what feels good when making decisions. The ego needs to trust that even though that we might fail and might feel humiliated, it's not the end of the world. We'll survive it and often grow and learn from it. Integration, this is your conscious awareness saying, we can try this. If it doesn't work out, we'll handle it and gain something valuable from it. The action with decision making. Make a decision and act upon it within 24 hours. Example, choose a class trip, an opportunity, and register today. Choose what you want for dinner and make it or order it. No, I don't know what I want. Make a decision and stick with that decision. Follow through with that decision. Boundary setting example. The ego child needs protected from harm. The ego needs to know that boundaries won't make us weak or alone. Integration happens when our conscious awareness tells both our inner child and our ego the boundaries keep us safe. We are strong enough for this. And the action, say no, I can't, without explanation or apology. Example, I won't be able to make it. Period. That's it. No more. That's all you have to say. You do not have to explain yourself or apologize. Just, I don't know, I won't be able to make it. That is enough, and that is a complete sentence, and so is just no. Taking action towards our goals. The inner child needs freedom to create and express. The ego needs to trust that even though that we may be judged or criticized, we can handle it, and our worth is not on the line here. Our worth is never on the line and never something that we no longer have. It is an inherent right that we were born with, and nothing that we can do or say changes our worth or our value in any way whatsoever. That, in integration, we show up together, inner child, ego, and conscious awareness. That is our superpower, showing up as the Trinity. Action. Do the uncomfortable thing that you've been avoiding. And this could be post that content, send that pitch, submit that application, sign up for that thing even though your ego says wait until you're ready. If you wait until you're ready, you'll never get there. Speaking your truth. The inner child needs to be seen and heard. The ego needs to trust that even though that we may be dismissed, disagreed with, or rejected, we'll be okay. That response doesn't define our worth or destroy our safety. And integration is your awareness speaking. We are speaking our truth. Even if it is not received well, we'll be okay. Our worth is always intact. Action. Say that thing that you've been editing and softening. Example. Actually, I disagree with that. And then tell them why you disagree. Tell someone how their behavior has affected you. When you did this, whatever it was, I felt however you felt. And here's where you can set a boundary. If it happens again, I will do whatever and then follow through with that. You're not asking them to fix it. You are letting them know how you feel, speaking your truth, and setting a boundary. Owning your worth. The inner child needs to be valued. The ego needs proof that worth doesn't require performance or constant achievement. Integration. We are enough. No proving is needed. An action. Accept that compliment. Just say thank you. No deflecting it. No saying things like, oh, saying things like, oh, like this old outfit, oh, it's nothing. Or someone thanks you for the work that you did for them. Oh, it was nothing. That's not showing gratitude. That is deflecting gratitude, dismissing your own experiences rather than expressing the gratitude that fills you. Responding, not reacting. The inner child needs not to be hurt again. The ego needs to know that we can handle conflict without losing ourselves or feeling apart. Our conscious awareness comes in and says, we're calm, we're grounded, we choose our response together, and we can handle whatever comes our way. The action here. Pause and take 1 to 3 deep, intentional breaths before doing anything, before reacting, before responding, before doing anything. Take 1 to 3 deep breaths. So if you're creating, if you've been triggered by digital content, read the criticism or whatever it is that triggered you. Close your phone, your tablet, your laptop, whatever. Breathe. Wait 10 minutes before responding. If you feel defensive, don't type. Walk away. Come back when you're grounded. In person. If you're feeling triggered in person by something that someone said or something that they did, let me think about that. Or I need a moment. And excuse yourself to the bathroom to get water, to breathe, to get yourself grounded. Or feel your feet on the floor. Just take a moment to recenter yourself before you respond. So our practice this week. Choose one of these areas to focus on. And before acting, check in with both your inner child. What do you need here? And your ego. What are you afraid will happen? And with your higher consciousness, how can this action meet both needs? Notice when both feel met and when one gets dismissed. Notice how you feel in your body. Journal about both of these voices, what you felt and what you heard. When did one take over? Did something shift? Integration exercises. Practice one micro action daily with this dual check-in, checking in with your ego, checking in with your inner child, and asking yourself, how can you meet both needs? Build the habit of partnership between your inner child and your ego. Trust your conscious awareness, that inner voice, your intuition. You are the aware witness here. You know what's going on between your inner child and your ego. And both needs can be met. Your affirmation for this week. Inner child and ego work together. Both have needs. Both deserve expression. I act from integration and wholeness. One more time. My inner child and ego work together. Both have needs. Both deserve expression. I act from integration and wholeness. So this completes our solar plexus for this time around. And this is an evolving understanding of this new framework that I've been developing. I'm still learning how to integrate this framework, and I hope that this finds you and resonates. Power isn't silencing the ego, it's hearing the ego and the inner child. Both voices working together, held by our conscious awareness. For more about this new framework, check out my video playlist, Dragon Child Healing Framework. And next week, we're going to start on the heart chakra, and I will be drawing a card from Dragon Child Oracle and see where this takes us. Until next time, dragon blessings, and I love you.